Hello,
Hi,
Flosstube. Welcome.
Welcome to Fixie Dust Stitches.
Yes, I'm Wendy,
I'm Stephanie.
and today I'm going to get the date right today.
I
It's
love
May
it.
23rd.
May 23rd.
Yes. So we're here at
this year's flying
Stitchville. Yeah, Stitchville.
Stitchville.
See, I'm going to make a mistake. I have a Stitchville bag that
First
I
of all,
put
it was
stuff
February last time.
Yeah, I
Now we're
know.
at Stitchville.
Yeah, acorns.
Acorns
and
again.
threads. Hopefully
Probably
this
going to be a
is...
regular thing. It's
It would be
awesome.
nice
Yeah.
because it's not exactly halfway, but it's kind of closer to halfway for both of us. This is hopefully the last week they're doing road work out at our house, but
Nice.
still, it's kind of nice to be able to come in here if they don't mind. And
And
do
I
it here.
always shop.
Yeah, it's always nice because
Shoulda.
last week I ended up buying something because I was dreading the drive home with the traffic. So
So,
I
I'll buy
kind of
some
hung
stuff.
out a little bit and ended up buying something.
It can get us in trouble.
Yes, it
But I
can.
love it. I love it here. We love it here. And it's just,
Yeah.
it's great lighting. It gives you guys a chance to see the shop.
Yes,
And,
yes.
you know, if we have people pop in on occasion, it's just,
Yes,
it's
it's
great.
more chance of happening here than in my house.
That's true.
Yeah. So,
Very fun.
quick little updates. What's been happening with us?
Yeah.
For everybody that is a mother, it was Mother's Day last week.
Mm-hmm.
You all have a mother. You just may not be a mother.
That is true. I am not a mother, but I do have a mother.
Normally, I don't usually go into all the what do I want for Mother's Day, do something special. I don't worry about that kind of stuff. It doesn't bother me. But right before we went on vacation, I tried to mow our lawn.
You tried to?
Tried to. The lawnmower would not start. And I had used it the week before. And for some reason, I mean, I yanked on that thing so many times and it just went ring, ring. I mean, you could hear the blade probably spinning around a little bit under there, but it didn't, there was nothing. It was not going to start.
Crazy.
And of course, when we got back, I tried one more time. I thought, I'll just go back there and see if for some fluke reason it was going to start. And it didn't. So I'm the type of person who does most of the work around the house, outside
my
work
mom
and
that way.
everything.
Yep.
So I ask for power tools and all kinds of stuff all the time. And
That's like a great gift for you.
it is.
Yeah.
I know most people
Most
are
women would
like
be
horrified
offended. Yes.
that they're getting something
Yes.
like that.
My
But
husband
I-
gave me a hammer.
Yeah. I actually put a little list on the stove for everybody on Saturday, say Mother's Day wish list. And one of them was a lawnmower, but I didn't want just a regular lawnmower. I wanted, because I kind of started looking up stuff, I wanted a battery powered one, so there's no cord, no gas, and I wanted it to be able to fold up.
Oh, that's
So it folds
nice.
up and it stands upright in the shed, so it takes up minimal amount of room. It's out of the way.
Nice.
It's great. So I got one.
Nice. That's awesome.
And it cracks me up because I didn't know what they were going to get me. And so my son started mowing the lawn because that was the other Mother's Day wish list, is my son to mow the lawn once you had that. It's quiet. It's very light. I mean, he's practically running across the yard with the thing because he wants to be done with it as fast as possible.
That's hilarious.
And so not only is it quiet, but on the front of it, it's got two headlights. It's got two headlights.
Are you going to sneak on in here?
Somebody's trying to photobomb us with a little project here.
Lisa.
Yes.
Hello,
Finishing a
Lisa.
little
Did you finish
project.
that?
Jerry. The bikini weenie.
Oh my gosh, is that
one of her
Count over one?
She's ridiculously
Look at that
wonderful.
funny
Jerry
little
does like
dogs.
over one.
Isn't that with the little
It is so
bikinis?
tiny.
Yes.
But I mean, it's literally tiny. That
Yeah,
is so
very tiny.
gorgeous. I don't even.
Very cute.
It's stunning.
Yeah.
Thanks for letting me.
Yes,
very
Show
cute.
this is so
oh my gosh,
pretty.
it's stunning. That's stunning. Jerry and her one over one. Sorry. Anyway, go ahead.
Lots of stuff. So it's got two headlights on it. And the reason you're like
That is
a
different.
lawnmower, it's got
A
headlights.
lawnmower
What?
Headlights.
Well, part of the thing I think in the real brochures that they say is because it is so quiet, you can mow at night. See that?
Hilarious.
That's why.
Well, there you go. Hey, in summertime when it's really hot,
And it's late. Yeah, you probably could. Oh my
There you
goodness.
go.
Yeah.
There you go.
The only other thing that's happening is hopefully my son is graduating next Tuesday.
ooh, exciting.
Before he went on the trip, which, as I mentioned before, was the same time we had our trip, he was supposed to get all of his work caught up and done. He couldn't go unless he had it all done. So at that point it was, but you know, kids are really good at screwing things up real fast. So I'm hoping. I haven't heard otherwise, and they're pretty good about telling us
I
that
would
there's a
think that they'd let
problem.
you know. Yeah.
Because
Wow.
actually today and tomorrow, that's his last day. Because there's no school Monday, it's a holiday, and then graduation's
Right.
on Tuesday. So tomorrow's his actually last day, so hopefully he's not going to screw it up, and he's actually going to graduate.
Nice. That's very exciting.
I am so
very
tired of
exciting.
school.
Nice. Yeah. You're like, I have no more kids in
I'm
school.
done
That's
with
awesome.
this. I'm so done with this.
Wow.
Anyway, so what's happening?
Well, so I ended up going down to Eugene to see my mom for Mother's Day, and I hadn't seen her since Christmas, which is
Oh, that's a
really
long-
that's a long
quite a
time.
long
especially
time for you guys.
We're only about 2.5 hours
Yeah.
apart, depending on traffic, and so that's a really long time. I have
Mm-hmm.
been missing my mom like crazy.
Yeah.
I wasn't feeling good though. I mean, I had
Yeah.
been feeling really rough
And
for
weather's
about a
been
week.
awful this
Yeah.
winter.
Oh, and it was really
Really
hot
bad.
down in
Yeah,
Eugene.
it was really, really
It
bad.
was really crazy. But it was, even though I wasn't feeling good, it was so nice to see my mom
Yeah.
and spend the weekend with her, and it was lovely. And just as a little aside, like Mother's Day, really hard day for me. Always really hard. People who don't have children and want them, no. It's a very, I'm not trying to get too personal here, but it is a very, very hard day.
Yeah.
Last year was exceptionally hard. I went to church, and they are always wishing
they
every mother,
celebrate,
and it is overly celebrated to the point where it's, you don't want to be there.
Yeah.
And so this year was actually nice because I got to celebrate my mom and spoil her and have fun and not focus on me. I stayed
Yeah.
off of social media mostly.
Right.
Social media on Mother's Day for
There was a lot on
childless
Instagram.
women, not so great. Yeah, it's just
Yeah.
it's life. It is what it is.
Yeah.
I have fur babies. It's not the same thing, but but anyway, but it was nice to celebrate my mom, so it was good, and that was really fun. And I actually was going to try and meet up with Bendy and
down in
and Emmy, and
Yeah.
Chelsea down in on their stitching on Sunday, and I ended up telling her, I'm like, I'm just not feeling good. So that was a bummer. She's like, there's always more chances, so that would have been really fun. But anyway, so that was really good, and I got my hair did. It's been a long time. I got about 5 inches at least
Yeah.
cut off, and I got blonded, which I know for you guys is weird because you never see me that way, but this is what I normally
Yeah.
look like, and it's been like a year, and so
Finally time. Yeah, finally got it
So,
done.
Yep. So that's my fun.
Yay. Stitching related, thought we
Yes.
would kind of give you an opportunity to hear, and I always like to find out what people do too, so if you wanted to make comments and tell us, that would be great, is when do you stitch?
Yeah.
So for me, I usually try and get any work-related stuff done, housework, whatever. That's done most of the day, morning, afternoon, until probably around dinner. And then after dinner, I may have more work I need to get done, but that's typically when I'm going to sit down and start stitching.
Sure.
I'm one of those who can't just have it quiet either. I know some people try to do that, but I like to have the TV on, watching something, so I'm multitasking kind of in a sense, just even to hear it. I'm not really paying a lot of attention to the TV as much, but it's something back there.
Yeah.
I do have to put a limit on myself though, because I'm a night owl and I will stitch into the wee hours in the morning.
Yeah.
Don't.
It's a problem.
So that's when I usually do it, and almost every night I will do some kind of stitching. There's a few nights we might do stuff with friends, and it just doesn't work out because we get home way too late. So,
Sure.
But that's when I do it.
Yeah.
So, what do you typically do?
I actually am. I'm a night owl too. I guess I didn't realize. I mean, we've talked about it, but I didn't realize I am a night owl, and it's like, whoa, I'm a night owl. But part of it's because of my husband's schedule, and I will admit, I am the girl that those memes are made for about housework and all that stuff. I prefer to stitch.
Yeah.
So, I don't always get my stuff done like I should, but I like to stitch. But,
Do you
anyway.
typically do it every day, or how often do
I
you
try to, but sometimes some days I'm just not feeling it. Not that I literally think about cross stitching all the time. I'm thinking about my supplies, I'm thinking about doing it, I'm thinking about what the next thing I want to do, like all the time. But sometimes I just get to the end of the day and I just want to actually watch a TV show and just focus on that.
Kind of zone out on that.
But I typically, I can stitch. Like yesterday, I stitched a lot. Like all day long, I stitched.
Nice.
Just all different times. But I typically stitch at night. And if my husband's on grave, I'll stitch at night because then it keeps me company when he's gone. And then if he's on days, he goes to bed way earlier than I do because of how early he has to get from job. Yeah, and so in that case, then I'm still stitching when he's asleep, and it's nice and quiet. And I have the TV on kind of low. We were talking, and I feel bad, but I don't really watch the Flosstube. I just said the Flosstube. I don't watch the Flosstube, but I'm just weird, and so I like to watch shows
Regular shows,
but I don't usually watch my new shows because I need to pay more attention. So I usually, like I said, I watch Murder, She Wrote, and
old ones.
I have started watching Knight Rider again. It's fun.
And you found
cheesy.
it.
I found Knight Rider.
Nice.
That's
nice.
a young David Hasselhoff. He was pretty
Yeah,
handsome.
I look back at some of the old shows, and I'm like, wow, he was really
Well, there are some shows that you just shouldn't ever watch again. I mean, like you can reminisce about them, like
but don't actually go watch them.
yeah, like Dukes of Hazzard. Fun and it's like Jimmy.
Hi, Flosstube.
And see, and Janine, she loves Heart to Heart, and she loves her
I
son,
do,
her
Jonathan.
boyfriend Jonathan.
Jonathan wanted to be Stephanie for the longest
I
time.
know, seriously, not me, Stephanie, the other, the
Well,
Stephanie
I could
Powers,
use
Stephanie.
too.
Sure, okay, I'll take it, because I want to be her, and I want to live here at Acorns.
Yeah,
instead of a
no,
cot.
believe me.
I called you
sometimes don't wanna
Stitchville at the
live here.
beginning of the movie.
But I'm pretty
sorry.
sure Linda Jo wants to. Yes, she did. She called it.
That's
we're
okay.
at Stitchville.
Hi, Deb. Hi,
Yeah.
Deb. I could be if I was Stitchville. Wow. Wow.
Yeah.
Let's all just go there sometime. Let's
Oh,
take a
can
trip.
we?
Okay.
Okay.
I'm down for that.
Sweet.
Yeah. I haven't been to her new place yet, so.
And I've never been ever.
was the
What's
last
the
place.
matter? Oh my goodness.
Well, there's a
Living
lot
here.
of places
We're
to
living
go.
here.
That's
yeah.
true.
I mean, there's
There's a
and
lot of
I've never.
places.
This is my mostly where I come to. Yeah, I haven't been to
you.
Minnesota. You're welcome.
Minnesota.
I haven't been to Minnesota since since I was 19,
Years
and we used to go
years.
every other year. So it's been a long time.
It's been a long time.
Yeah.
I was there a while. I went for Quilt Market. Deb and I went to Quilt Market when it was in Minnesota.
Okay.
And then I got to go to her shop and
Nice.
Terry shop it.
Yeah.
It's fine. I'll take this.
Acorns
I'll keep
is
this.
the bomb.
This will be good.
It is, people. True story.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
All right. Bye. That was my cameo.
We'll take it every single time.
Yes. Okay.
I have
So
no
we
idea
kind
what I
of
was saying.
I do watch Flosstube too,
yeah.
when as well as other shows.
Oh, yeah.
It just kind of
Yeah.
depends what is new and out there, because I'm usually pretty on them pretty quickly, because I do watch stuff so much in the evening that I can get to watching the new ones pretty quick. So yeah, I do both.
Yeah.
Alrighty, should we do whips?
Sure.
Get to actual stitching.
Yes. I have
Start
one.
talking about it.
Yeah. Do you want to do yours? Do you want me to do mine? up to you.
I don't care. I am still working. Well, I kind of put it aside on the Floral Fun, the orangey one,
Oh.
and the Esther's Way, but I haven't really touched them too much because I've been working on this other one that I've
You've just been loving it.
I've got to finish it. Partially because I changed some of it, so I want to see how it's going to turn out.
Sure.
So
What
that's
is
it.
the color, by the way? You probably talked about it, but it's very pretty.
So yeah, I'll show you. It's the Sleepy Hollow is what I'm working on. They recommend. I don't see what the name of the fabric they recommend on here.
Oh, did you buy the recommended?
No.
Oh, okay.
So the one that I use is called Smoky Pearl. It's a
very
bed-fast
pretty.
linen. So that's the color of it. It's just slightly lighter than what they tell you to use.
It's a very pretty color.
So I will show you what I
Wow.
finished.
Gee whiz.
That's what I have finished.
Wow.
Sorry, I'm gonna whack
Oh.
Stephanie over there. I kind of like the fact that it is a little lighter because the Sleepy Hollow words actually show up.
Yeah.
They do
Yeah,
have
they don't show up very well in the pattern.
on the pattern
Yeah.
on the actual chart,
picture, sorry,
the picture
yeah.
here, and they also have one stitched in the back, and it's the same way. You just can't see the
looks really
words
pretty.
very well. So
You've done an awesome job.
as I mentioned, I changed the hill to a bridge.
So I'm just gonna
I'm thrilled to death about it. It turned out great.
Yeah.
I'm going to put a few more trees over here. There's, on the side, there's some trees. I'm not going to put the church. I already moved the moon over here. So it's just a couple of the trees. Maybe if I kind of rearrange them, I can fit all three. But that'll be the last thing I have to do. And then it'll be finished.
Nice. She's been cruising.
I've just been kind of really going to town on this.
It's
And,
really awesome.
oh, and
I love
especially-
the writing, the way that they did it
Yes, and the horseman, the headless horseman.
He's
Oh my
awesome.
gosh,
He's
he's
awesome.
so awesome.
Very, very cool.
His pumpkin and everything.
Well, and it just always makes me think of the cartoon, and I love that
Yes.
cartoon so much.
Yes.
That Disney cartoon.
So there's what I am mainly working on right now. So what do you got going?
Oh, I've been bad. Like I said, I wasn't feeling good, and when I'm not feeling good and the stomach is upset,
It's hard to concentrate
nope,
on it.
Nope. So not much. But I've been working on spotted pin.
Pin. It's the word today.
Blah, 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 blah. Yes, spotted pigs pin keep.
Yes.
Okay, so here's the thing. I'm going to show you. I've actually decided I'm kind of loving making changes on things.
I know.
I'm going to make some changes. Okay, so this is what I have so far. I have 3 of the baby pigs finally stitched. I have part of the top border, all of the side, and part of the bottom started. And and the 2 butterflies there. So I'm pretty happy with what I've been doing.
You're getting pretty far.
And I did make some color changes. I really like this pink a lot better. I ended up doing, I think it's faded rose or something like that. I don't know. Don't have it in front of me.
have it out.
But what I decided, okay, people. So you see this pattern? Okay, on this side, it's zigzaggy just like the top, and then there's this
Plant.
thing here. Okay, I've decided I don't really like the plant.
Okay.
So I'm going to cut the plant off, and I'm going to repeat this because I love this pattern here on the side. It's actually so pretty in real life. It is so sweet.
Yeah, more than just the zigzag.
Yeah, so that's going to go over here,
Okay.
and I'm going to take that plant out because I just don't think it needs it.
Well, no, if you've got a floral border anyway,
Yeah,
it kind
and
of.
so I
takes
think
the
it's going to
place.
be super cool, and I'm super, super happy with it.
Yes.
So,
Yes.
but it's kind of fun to make some changes. So that's awesome.
Yes.
Yeah.
Purchase. As I mentioned, I only did very little purchases.
did get it. I
But
love it.
when I was here last time, I decided to shop, and I found something, and the nest egg, Satsuma Street. Of course, I'm loving Satsuma Street. It's just so bright and colorful, and very Eastery, springy. So I will be doing that.
And that is the only Satsuma Street that I actually
Has
has
called
called to me, and I don't have it, but I always would look at it, and I'm like,
Yeah.
I like that one. I like that one a lot. Very cool.
So that's the only purchase so far. Who knows about what today might bring, but
Never know.
Yeah.
Okay, so I actually have to go back. So I have something that could be considered a whip.
Oh, yes.
Okay, so I have a funny little story. I'm going to show you it in all its glory. Yes. So when I was down in Eugene visiting my mom, it's also her birthday coming up, and her best friend. They have been best friends since they were 5 years old.
oh my.
It is the cutest little story, and so yeah, it's been a lifetime of a friendship. And
Yes.
she sent inside her birthday package a package that looks like this. And it says, "Will Steph be willing to finish this for me?" So my mom's best friend Betty sent me.
You kind of
And-
just want to do this when you're
Yeah,
holding
it's
the
just
bag.
it is too stinking funny. So, like literally
That's okay.
the chart is literally all crumpled up, but
And
it's,
yellowing.
Yes, but it's very cool. So I'm like, I might have to stitch this for myself. So she's mostly done with it, but it's very cool. So my mom is Norwegian and Betty's Norwegian, and Betty travels to Norway often, and it says Norge, which is Norwegian for Norway, and it's really quite sweet actually. So there's only just a little of that motif, and then there's like a little house thingy down here, and then it's done. But she did most of
Is
it
that a little
herself.
girl?
I don't know.
No.
I can't tell what it is. to
We're
be
not
honest
sure
with
what
you.
that little
I don't really know, but it's actually quite sweet. I'm thinking this might be 20 count, maybe Ada. But anyway, so now I get to try and finish that for her. But when it came in all its glory, it cracked me up. So so that was the beautifulness. Yeah, and there's a hole in the bottom, so stuff is just falling out.
Yeah. And clearly she had taped around the edge of the
Oh, yeah.
fabric as well, probably to keep it from fraying, but the tape's crumbled off and it's stained
Well, and then
yellow.
it was like the chart, she like taped it together, and it was
Yeah.
old and yellowed, and then she took them apart and anyway, God bless you, Betty. I love you.
Yeah.
But yeah. So well. And another really funny thing. My mom, because she's not technologically advanced at all, I made her finally watch my Flosstubes.
Oh.
And so she, not all of them, but I
something,
got to catch her up. So she now understands what we're doing. So that was really fun too. So that was
cool.
really cute. So,
Cool.
and then can I show?
Yeah.
Okay.
Definitely.
Again,
Got some
it's
purchases.
obscene. Because that's what I do. So when I was here the last time, I ended up seeing this, and she's so cute. It's by Thistles. Birthday Girl. I don't like her face. I'm just going to warn you.
We can change.
Yeah, I'm going to change her face because it's creepy.
Yeah.
But I love this. I don't know why. Who needs a birthday thing? But I just thought that was the cutest thing ever. And then I'm so in love with this. I don't know why. It's sheep. It's the sheep.
It's sheep.
And it says, "Will you be my Valentine?"
Oh my goodness. They
Thistles.
do have little
Love
hearts.
it.
Nice.
Okay. And then I have some crazy with a needle and thread haul because it's what I do. I've been wanting this one for forever. Christmas cottage.
Right.
I know. I'm sorry. Paper snowflakes. Oh, and this one, I have been dying for these. This is the sampler of the seasons. So I got all of them. Winter. Autumn. Summer. I'm trying to cruise through this, people. Spring. I mean, they're just too cute. And then these are ones that have been around for forever, but I haven't been able to get. And I've read Easter Pete. I love him. I mean, come on, stinking cute.
Old mask of a bunny.
I know, it's so cute. And I know everybody stitched it. I've wanted it for forever. Springtime Social. I love that one. Pumpkin Brew, because I love all of her witches. I just do.
This is
Cat tips.
funny.
Love it. It's Penelope
cute.
wearing a pumpkin.
Of course.
Her Penelope.
Yeah.
And then this one, it's 1/1. Really cute. Happy Halloween. And then I love this one, Pumpkin Farm. So anyway, that was my
Goodies. The funness.
Who knows if I get to it? Or when I'll get to them.
The only other thing that I bought, and that was yesterday, I went to a thrift store. I wasn't really planning on doing a thrift store day, but it was just calling to me.
Ooh, thrift store.
Because it was practically right next to a stop that I made, and it was one of the St. Vincent de Paul's, which I love St.
I love
Vincent
St.
because they, the stores aren't as nice. They're kind of cluttery and messy and whatnot, but you can find some great finds in there, and they're cheap. They're cheaper than Goodwill or some of the other places I've gone
Goodwill's
to.
really expensive these days.
It kind of depends on what you can get and if you get that sale day or what. But St. Vinny is usually pretty cheap. So I happened to walk in there, and almost right in front of me, there was a dresser. It's about 4 feet tall. It had 5 drawers. The top one was really thin, but that's okay. And it's not wide. It's more like a high boy type of style. The reason I liked it is because it had the inside measurements of the drawer were 20 by 17 and a half. It's very deep. And that's what I need, because when I do bags and cut out material for it, I need something where that material can lay flat. And it's so hard to find a dresser that is that deep.
Yeah, that's awesome.
And it clearly is, it looks like it's probably homemade, but it's well done homemade. I'm just thrilled that I found something, because I was ready to go buy foam cord just to stack that stuff between so my cats won't lay on it and get it all hairy. I was just thrilled. So I've been painting it the last 2 days.
What are you going to paint it? How are you
It's kind of a like a dusty purple, a deeper dusty purple. It's not really light. And then I've got some silver craft paint that I'm going to paint some detail on the front of it. I thought about just getting those sticker ones, but it's really hard to find the exact size I want and make it so I can paint my own
cool,
stuff
though.
on there. So
That's awesome.
yes, happy.
Love that.
Yes. I'm not sure if you had anything else. There was only one other thing.
I don't. Just one other thing. Did you want to talk about?
Well, I wanted to show
stuff that and
this
then that
real quick.
Oh yeah.
So kind of in some of our other videos, I had shown some things I had done in the past, and we've kind of just gotten out of that because of either time constraints or other things that have been going on. So I thought I'd bring one more in today and show you. Kind of get it. I know you're just going to be glare no matter what I do, because it's a big piece. So it's the Surely Goodness and Mercy verse from the Bible. it is layered. I don't know how well you can see that.
That is so cool.
So the white is the middle part, and then that's on a big piece because it actually goes all the way to the edge for mounting. And then you've got that teal color.
It's like a mat that's been stitched almost, in the sense of layering.
Yep.
So it's,
So they wrap
really
that
cool.
around. They wrap the teal around another mat to when it got framed.
Very cool.
So awesome! I love it.
That's very
But,
cool.
just something different because you don't see them layered like that anymore.
No. That's
Yeah,
very cool.
they're usually just one layer. That's
Love
fun
it.
stuff. Yes.
Very fun.
Do we want to do the giveaways or do this?
Do this first, and we can do the
Okay.
giveaway at the end, I think.
Sounds good. So
Just keep watching.
I mentioned that to Janine when we were checking to make sure it was going to be a good time to film in here. Would she like us to showcase some of the stuff from her shop? It's like she's letting us use the space.
Yeah.
Might as well. We're here. So they've gotten some new stuff in. Some stuff they had before, but it's been gone for a while. Now that's back in. So one of them are these Namaste boxes. I'm going to tilt it. It actually shows better color. So here's two different colors. They are, in case you haven't seen them, they're pretty deep. They're not as thin as some of them. So you can kind of see you've got, take our little salt thing out of there. It does come with this little booklet. So you can jot down, different things that you want. It's just blank, but you can jot down things you want. The inside, on both sides, has magnets. So it will hold your scissors or your needle or whatever metal things that you want to store in here.
Very cool.
So they have those.
That's
They
very
have
cool.
them in several colors right now. She doesn't think that it's all the colors that they sell them in, but right now she does
very cool.
have a dark gray, eggplant, which is going to be more of a purple, dark teal, which is what this
Yeah.
is, blush, which is a beautiful, like a dusty rose color, and then this one was the cranberry.
Cute.
So those are the colors that they have right now of those.
Very pretty.
They also have back in, I know I've seen these before, but they must just be
I
new.
haven't.
They're called snap bags. So you can see they got the snaps at the top. Okay. This one, it's a single one, but it's almost like a purse style. It's got a nice little strap to it.
Cute.
The other ones you can see in here are multiple bags, and they come that way.
Oh,
So you get all of these.
Is it 3?
There's 3. So, and they're a little bit different color.
Oh, yeah, they go lighter.
So you
and-
can't see that until you start pulling them out.
Oh, that's cute. They're coordinating, but
Yeah.
that's very
So
cute.
Those are the colors that are in this set.
That's
the
very
purple.
cute. Yeah, when they're tucked together, they're the same color.
And I got maroon. It's going to do the same thing for that. There's other colors. They have a gray one. I think there's a blue over there as well. So they've got several different colors. So those are all here now, in case you want to get those.
Very cool.
Something else that they were showing us was a Tisket a Tasket.
Cute.
It's got a little zipper fob as well as holder. It did get done. Of course, our resident finisher.
Did Jolynn finish
Yes,
it? Oh,
Jolynn
so
finished
pretty.
it. So it's got stitched. And then this is the zipper
That is
fob.
so cute.
And they do have the buttons. So she doesn't have the buttons on them. In the picture, the buttons go right there and there. That looks like that's all the spot that the buttons go. Unfortunately, you do have to buy the whole pack of buttons.
Gotcha.
But you know what? You can use them on other projects.
Yeah,
It's not like
absolutely.
it's the only thing.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Very cool. Doggy.
Alrighty, so our last little bit is our giveaways.
Yep.
Which of course we know we don't say giveaway when we want the
No
pattern.
saying giveaway or free.
The last week we had put this one up as our drawing.
Yeah, from Marsha
Yes,
Carlson. She
yes.
donated. Awesome.
She did a very nice
a
job of
beautiful
donating
pattern.
that. Yeah.
Yeah.
We had a lot more. Of course, some of our other patterns are older ones, so we don't
Yeah.
expect that many people to get. We had quite a few more people. I think we had 14 people that said they wanted
Yeah.
this.
Yeah.
So our winner is Kathleen Warner.
Yay, Kathleen!
So we will contact you. I'll put under your comment that you had won this, and then you need to contact us and make sure that
Yeah.
you get us your.
Either by instant message on Instagram, like private message to Pixie Dust Stitchers, or pixieduststitchers@gmail.com with your contact information
so
to
we can
mail it to you.
Yep. So as soon as I get those, as long as I'm in town, I mail them right away. So I don't delay in 2 weeks out, but you're still not getting it. So let me know, and we'll get
Yeah.
that to you. So we're going to do another one. We're going to kind of alternate. If we've got some newer patterns, like this is kind of a newer pattern that we just did, the Christmas one, with maybe something older. But you know what? Some people like those. They're cute. They're nostalgic kind of to some people because they remember back when,
Sure.
you know, seeing those kind of things. So we are going to do another one of those, and we're going to do this kind of fun little kit. So as you can see, it's got a glove, a star, a butterfly, and it does come with some wire. It comes with, actually, just about everything. It's on perforated paper. Of course, you don't have to stitch it on
Yeah,
perforated
you
paper.
can put it on whatever you
Yeah,
want.
you can. It
Switch
comes
it
with
to
the
8 or 11.
floss, that wire I mentioned, and the needle, so because you make it squiggly and
It's
stick it
perfect
into a
for
plant.
gardening time. Like
Yeah.
summer, people love to garden.
People are starting to get out into their gardens and
Yeah.
flower beds and whatever, and start to do their stuff.
Not me, because I have a black thumb, but for the other people who like to.
Yes.
It's good stuff.
So we're going to put that in there.
Very
So if you want this, if you think you'd like to have this, we're going to have you say, I'd like to stitch the glove.
I'd like to stitch the glove.
Yeah. And that way we'll put you on our list, and hopefully we'll have a lot of people who want it. I love that idea of a lot of people wanting it, but I feel sad because then there's a lot of people who aren't going to get it too.
Sure. Yeah.
So,
yeah.
this is a little bit older. I don't know if it, maybe it doesn't say on the front when it was, but
Well,
it's
and-
clearly, 1995.
Wow. Nice. And this is,
been a while.
it's old and it's older and it's got some wear on it, but it's a full kit that hasn't even been opened. It's sealed. Some of our stuff is going to be brand new, like the one that we were giving away last week. This is a brand new kit, even though it's older.
Not been
and then
used.
some of our charts are used.
Yeah.
They have been gently used, and we are
We're gonna pass them
passing
along.
on.
Yeah. So, I think we are finished. We
we're
covered
good.
everything.
Yep.
And
Thanks for joining us again.
Thank you
We love
very
it. We
much.
appreciate it. You guys are awesome. And again, I'm always amazed at the Stitchy world and the people commenting and the people who say that. Oh, one of my favorite comments. I forgot who said it. I'm sorry. She's like, I was talking to you guys.
Yes.
She's like, I
just
was
saw that
watching
one.
you and talking, and I'm like, I love it. It was so adorable. And you
Yeah.
guys who have commented about that you love us and
Yeah,
that
you
we're
feel
like
like
your
we're
friends, and
Yeah.
love that. We appreciate you guys so much. Thank you. Thank you for sticking with us and watching.
Yeah. And we'll see you again in a couple weeks.
Couple weeks.
Bye-bye.